You know, I don't want to be a party pooper, but even with today's, 11.5% market rally, the Dow is still off 32% year to date. So bad for the economy, but my next guest says that a volatile market can be a huge boon for Barack Obama's campaign, and he's got some very powerful rich friends pulling the strings. This sounds very black helicopter crowd stuff to me, but this guy's a genius, and he can explain this conspiracy theory. He's Jason Schwarz. He's the options strategist for Lone Peak Asset Management. All right, Jason, I know you're a smart guy, but you're worrying me here. This is kind of like grassy knoll stuff, but explain.
Well, what's going on? Barack Obama knows that market volatility gets him elected. Not only does he know this, but so do his supporters, who, according to recent surveys, include the majority of billionaires. Now, these billionaires, I call them the Obama billionaire posse, are led by a guy named George Soros, who is infamous for manipulating markets. That's how he has made his fortune. And these billionaires are so upset after 8 years of George W. Bush that they are willing to do anything to take back the White House, even if it comes under the conditions of an economic collapse like we've been having.
So what are they doing to gun this process? Tell me what they do.
What they do, this group controls hundreds of billions of dollars, and they have chosen moments, vulnerable moments, where the market is thinly traded to push it down. And the evidence, you can look back to October 3rd. The day that the $700 billion bailout bill was passed. The Dow Jones went up to 10,800 in the morning, but in the last hour of trading, it got pushed down to 10.3. We have not seen a Dow Jones 10,000 level since October 3rd. They know that if they can keep this thing down, Obama will get elected. McCain was leading in the polls back on October 3rd.
But we had a lot transpire on October. We had fundamental reasons for markets selling off on the fear that we had a financial panic brewing, right? I mean, you could argue.
Neil, what happened?
Well, I know. Just let me finish this thought. And that mutual funds, hedge funds, you know, when they get a lot of this info from their own shareholders who are leery and worried and want out as the day ensues, they gun the system themselves by day's end, right? Having nothing to do with political allegiances.
Exactly. Look, the masses move the markets, but what the billionaire group can do is they can cause a snowball effect that it creates that fear for the masses.
So they are selling stocks in drove, and someone has to be buying it from them, though, right? I mean, how has that worked out?
Not only are they selling it, but these are the guys that normally buy back in to prop up the markets. They haven't been doing so. More
what
evidence.
Happened today?
Look at the prices of gold.
All right, what happened today? We're up almost 900 points. Did they botch it today?
They must have read our articles, and they're listening to us right now. But what's really going on is that if the masses believed it, if the masses truly believed that we were headed for a depression, as these market levels are showing us, what would be happening to the price of gold? Gold would be through the roof. Gold would be well beyond its 52-week high, and we sit here today with gold in 750s.
Well, not
What's
all the time.
With the
I mean,
US dollar?
I know what you're saying, but Jason, a lot of time money finds safety in another vehicle. It could be our treasury bills, our notes, our bonds. It's not always gold.
The conclusion to this, Neil, is that money is going to flow back into U.S. equities after the election. When
so, wait. Okay, so when this is done, if Barack Obama is elected, we're going to soar.
We are going to soar. We are not in a depression. This bailout
Well, that I
bill,
agree. No, I definitely agree with you. I mean, this idea that the economy is falling off the cliff, I definitely agree with you on that one. But would the market also soar just on this damn thing being over, no matter who's elected?
Exactly. No matter who wins, the market soars. You know, obviously, investors love McCain's tax policy way more than Obama, but it's irrelevant. The market is going to soar into year end. It is not going to finish the year down 32%. Even in the 70s with the inflation problems, the market was only down 17%. Go back to 1987 with Black Monday. The market finished that year up 2%. This market is going to be no different.
Well,
investors are going to have a chance to buy, sure, in the next 2 months.
All right, Jason. Interesting stuff. You don't have to buy it, but it's an intriguing argument. Jason Schwarz, thank you very much.
Thank you, Neil.
Quentin, I want to raise this to you. The guest who was saying billionaire friends who want Barack Obama are gunning the system and trying to screw it up. What do you make of that?
Absurd.
Well, you know, all honor to that guy. He's a madman. I mean, what? George Soros changed his mind today and decided to buy it so the market would go up and John McCain would get elected? That is just nonsense. Look, gold is going down at this time because of hedge fund liquidation. The hedge funds are getting out of it. It wasn't a real price to begin with. You don't know what real prices are.
So there's no black helicopter thing going on. Jonathan Hoenig, no sinister plot here?
No, Neil, I mean, the only one who could manipulate the market is the federal government, and of course they're doing it all the time. And despite a great rally in the Dow today, you know, look at Citigroup, ConAgra, Royal Caribbean, Moody's, all stocks at new 52-week lows. Happy to see the market up, but I don't see a lot of internal strength that makes me think that we're on the cusp of a bull market.
And you didn't see tech rally today. Tech was still lagging today. Where's tech? Big disappointment. You basically saw your banks rally on news that we're going to have an interest rate hike, which carried most of the Dow. Right. So that's kind of what was
Financials pulled the Dow.
Right.
It was somewhat limited.
And Martha and her ham.
Ham notwithstanding.
You did not have the depth and breadth you want to see in a great market, and tomorrow will be a real telltale sign whether they just sell on the news of the cut, which is not particularly meaningful, or whether they stay.
We shall see. Everyone, thank you.